Just time for a quick recap of the week, and we begin in Michigan. The giant hand holding Detroit back from trying to fight Canada. This week, Michigan had some political drama.
After a 14-hour session at the State House, Representatives Todd Corser and Cindy Gamrat are no longer in office. Representative Corser announced his resignation effective immediately. This was at 3:12 this morning during that marathon session. And then just about an hour later, the House voted to expel Representative Gamrat.
Wow. Kicked out of the State House at 4 in the morning. That is the legislative equivalent of throwing all their shit out on the lawn. And let me explain to you why they did that. It's because these two staunch family values Republicans were fucking each other. And according to those in their office, they were not being that discreet about it.
There had been rumors about an affair between the two of them swirling around Lansing for quite some time. The staffer said that they spent a lot of time in their back offices, which are shut off from the rest of the office. She would bring him a pillow and tuck him in and a blanket, and they would take long walks together during the day. They would have these long, personal, romantic hugs during the day.
Okay. Two things there. First, no hug is romantic. A hug is a brief high five between two sets of ideally disinterested genitals. And second, did you just say she would tuck him in? Because that's gross. Don't creep everyone out with your weird Christian rock version of infidelity. Just fuck like normal terrible people. Now, look, so far, this is just a run-of-the-mill sex scandal. But this story starts to get amazing when you learn how Representative Corser attempted to throw people off the scent.
State Rep Ted Corser admitted to circulating an anonymous email claiming he had been caught with a male prostitute. He did this apparently in order to muddy the water in case his affair with a fellow state rep was exposed.
It's true. He sent an anonymous email accusing himself of a fake liaison with a male prostitute, so no one would believe the real liaisons he was having with his own colleague. That is the worst plan I've ever heard, and I'm including trickle-down economics, the pull-out method, and the plot of The Parent Trap. Now, it gets better. In his fake email, Corser accuses himself of, and I quote, male-on-male paid-for sex behind a prominent Lansing nightclub, which is already magnificent, only the best Lansing nightclub for his fake gay hookup. He then attacks himself for being a bisexual, porn-addicted sex deviant. But it gets still better, because the only reason we know Corser wrote the email is that one of his aides secretly recorded him explaining his plan. So, please enjoy Todd Corser reading a draft of his lurid email to a bemused staffer.
This cock is hanging out all over Lansing since the election. That's why he was thrown out of caucus.
Are you serious? What are you talking about? That's ridiculous.
I have to say, Todd Corser may have lost his job, but he might have a bright future as a Midwestern erotica author. His cock was hanging out all over Lansing. His balls were as heavy as the prize-winning pumpkins at the Michigan State Fair. And she was as wet as the water wheel at the Franklin Cider Mill. Michigan. Unbelievably, as a local news station suggested, this may not even be the first time that Corser has orchestrated a poisonous attack on himself for political gain.
There are now new allegations that Corser put out an attack ad that read, "Is Todd Corser a child molester?" He allegedly did this to gain sympathy votes a week before the primary elections.
What? If that's true, it's now not Todd Corser that I'm worried about. It's the Michigan voters who saw that ad and thought, well, any man who's been falsely accused of child molestation can't be all bad. He's got my vote.